culture. We're very accepting of everyone because I know how messed up I am. So, hopefully it'll give you guys hope that you can do this business too. Anyway, okay, so let's get rocking. My name's Alex Abuyuan, and I am the head servant of the Abn Financial Group. It is my business, my company, my responsibility. It's really, you know, my thing, and I love the business. I've been doing it for a long time, 21 going on 22 years, and it's been a labor of love. It's been you know, tough times along the way that we had to overcome, but we figured it out, and we're helping other people figure it out too. So hopefully you're here to figure out if this is right for you. Is this a good fit for you? And hopefully we'll get through this, and at the end, maybe it is. You know, it's not for everybody, but maybe it's going to be a good fit for you. And if so, man, let's run. Let's run hard. Let's run fast. And let's have some fun along the way and serve God in the meantime, right? Ultimately, that's what we're about. Okay, so let's go ahead and share my PowerPoint as I slide my glasses up my nose and turn on Mr. Nerd PowerPoint guy. I'll try not to make it a boring PowerPoint. And hopefully this won't take forever. I got to figure out how to cram this into a short period of time so I don't lose you. Okay, so it's funny when you're putting these slides together where, you know, I find all these pictures, right? And so, you know, I was thinking, let's get a nice biracial family picture on here to start the slideshow. I realized I am a biracial family. My wife is white, I'm darker brown, and then my kids are some shade in between. So we represent multiracial, multicultural. You know, it's kind of like all the commercials now, right? Multiracial commercials. So I guess we are in. So I said, what the heck, let's put my family on here. Plus I like looking at them. My handsome sons and my beautiful daughters and my lovely wife. So it's our 30th anniversary this year. So I'm like jacked up. I don't even know what the 30th anniversary thing is. And someone told me that it's Pearl. I told them, I'm glad it's not Rolex. Anyway, although my wife really deserves, you know, deserves nice stuff. But okay, so let's talk about the Abn Financial Group. You're pink. All right, Dennis. That's cool. All right, let's talk about our culture. The thing about when you evaluate any other company, a company that you want to be with, you want to know that their culture and their values line up with yours. Because have you ever been in a culture where that was not apparent until you start working there, and then you realize this culture is all about backstabbing, all about gossiping, and all about this and the boss and the secretaries and all that stuff, man. And then you find you're miserable, you know, and it's like, man, my value system is not this, you know. So I think it's real important to kind of talk about what our value system's about so that you can like match your value system with ours if, you know, if they match. And if they don't, well, that's great, because you know that maybe this is not the right, you know, the right fit for you. So it's good to know up front, right? So first of all, we're all about service. It's the mission before the commission. Our income is a measure of how much value that we add in our service to other people. So I really believe that. In my service to my agents, I serve my agents. You know, I really love my agents. I want to help them and help them overcome their challenges. I want to be there for them when they need me. You know, I'm just, that's just innate in me, okay? So service first. We believe in personal development. You know, it's to be the best version of yourself. We're going to do everything we can through our book reading program, through our national conferences, our regional boot camp meetings. All the stuff we do is all about how can we make you better? Not just a better salesperson, but a better person. You know, because I think if we help you become a better person, you're going to be a better, you know, spouse to your spouse. You're going to be a better, you know, son, better daughter, better mother, better father, right, to your kids. So we believe in, you know, just enhancing the whole person, because you can't separate stuff out it's like you are you, man. So we're going to work on all aspects to try to help you become a better person. That's what we value. The next one is family, you know, the team environment. We value you. You matter, okay? We don't want you to think that whether you do 1,500 of volume a month of premium or 15,000 or 70,000, everyone is equally, you know, celebrated because you're on your way. Everyone's on their way, man. No one's ever made it. And we don't try to judge you against other people. Now, we do compete, okay? But we're in the competition that we hope everyone grows. I just hope I grow a little bit quicker than the next guy, but not to anyone's detriment. So we really treat each other, you know, and support each other and care about each other. And that's kind of how we roll as far as the family environment. And then ultimately, man, finding freedom. Freedom because you've got time and you've got money. You've got both. You know, I remember back in the day where I had all the time in the world, but I had no money, right? Because I wasn't working a lot. And then I had no time and a ton of money, and that wasn't good either. And so we really are looking at helping you create both, really creating a lifestyle through the insurance business. And we believe in working on God, family, and your business, putting everything in the right alignment so that it makes sense in your life. And ultimately, you achieve fulfillment. You're not chasing happiness, you're chasing fulfillment, because you'll be happy because you're doing something meaningful and something fulfilling in your life, right? I think we got a great opportunity in our business to be able to serve people and create that fulfillment in your life in all different ways, okay? So that's our culture. Hopefully, you know, this jives with where you're at. All right, so this is what we do.
Hard to come by. You could win the lottery, but only one person in a million will win it big, and odds are it won't be you. You could find money on the street or in your laundry, and that's easy money, but chances are it won't be enough to live on. What about simple money? That's where you go off to your job every day, and at the end of the week, your boss hands you a paycheck. Lots of us have simple money. The problem is, the harder you work, the more money the company makes, but your weekly paycheck stays exactly the same. If you do it long enough, your boss might throw you a bone at your annual review, but either way, your pay is out of your control. But what if you can enjoy the predictability of a simple money job and feel like you're getting paid what you're worth? Instead of clocking in a 40-plus hour work week for mediocre pay, what if you could double or triple your income with less work? That may sound incredible, but that's just what many of our teammates are doing every week in an industry that's been thriving since it was invented more than 3 centuries ago. This is where the Abn Financial Group steps in. We're not a typical company. We're more like a matchmaker, bringing customers and solutions together based on their compatibility. Here's how it works. Every day, thousands of people are going through major life changes. They're getting married, they're having babies, or they're buying a home. And that's when they realize that if something tragic happened to them, a loved one could be left holding the bag. So every day we contact people going through these life changes and ask about their money situation. Many admit that they need financial help if tragedy struck. So we get detailed information on who they are and how and when to contact them, and we give that information to teammates like you. When you meet with them, you'll assess their situation and find a matching life insurance company who can cover their expenses in an unexpected crisis. And the life insurance company will reward you in a big way. It's a win-win-win situation. The customer wins peace of mind, the life insurance company wins a customer, and you win a big commission check. And crazy as it seems, hundreds of people are letting us know every day that they need help, and we just can't get to them all. Our question for you then is, how many families can you help this week? 5? 10? 100? Because with Abn Financial, your compensation is limited only by how much you want to work. Plus, when you're ready, you can hire a team of friends to help you out and build a long-lasting and stable business of your own. The more families you help as a team, the bigger your compensation will be. So whether you're looking to earn some extra money on the side or looking to start a business, isn't it time to take charge of your destiny? Contact the team member today and find out if
That was an abrupt ending. All right, man, that's what we're about. We like to say we're like the Amazon of financial services. You know, Amazon started out with selling books online. Then Jeff Bezos suddenly realized, you know, I created a platform that just why only books? Why not CDs? Okay, those are compact discs. Okay, we used to use them a lot to listen to music and start moving all kinds of other stuff. So that we started out 20 years ago with mortgage life insurance, mortgage protection insurance on a lead card program. Then we expanded to final expense insurance on a lead program. And then we got into annuities and indexed universal life. And now we can serve business owners with key person insurance policies and split dollar programs, and then tax-free retirement using insurance vehicles. We got debt elimination, estate planning, Medicare, all these different products to help you, the agent, continue to serve your clients. So it's not just a one-shot sale. It's bringing a client on for life. So at different phases in their life, maybe it's time to do a estate plan for them. Maybe. So we've got 21 different life and annuity carriers, 11 different health carriers. So we got a ton of companies that we work with, a lot of products. Again, the idea of bringing on a client for life and serving them with multiple products. We also have a lead program. For those of you that love cold calling, we're probably not a good fit for you. We don't cold call anybody. We warm call. We have a variety of lead programs to get you in front of clients without having to sell your family and friends. I know that's usually the thing about life insurance, right? Put a list together of 200 of your close family and friends, and we'll sell life insurance. Now, that's not what we do. It's great if your family wants to come to you for it, but you're not going to have to solicit them. So we've got direct mail leads. We have internet search leads, Facebook leads, telemarketing leads, hot transfer leads. We've got a variety of lead programs to get you in front of the client who's already looking for life insurance. So that's kind of a cool thing. Let's talk a little bit about us, a little bit about me. I'm not going to read that. Basically, okay, I got my degree at the United States Air Force Academy. I proudly served my country in the Air Force as an officer. And then I got out of the Air Force because I felt like I needed to find something else. So I got into the corporate world as a defense contractor and did that for a while until I got sick and tired of being, working my butt off and not getting ahead. And so I got out of that lifestyle and became an executive recruiter. I was making a lot of money, but never saw my kids. At the time, my daughter, Zoe, is 4, my son, Athen, was 2, and Maddie, our middle child's 1. And, this is back in December '99. And I was just really sick and tired of being sick and tired. You ever feel that way? Sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. I just didn't want to live that way anymore, where I never saw my kids and never saw my wife. And I could see down the road, if I was continuing down this road, it'd be a road where we'd be trading our kids on holidays, because my wife and I would have, broken up and been divorced and had to go through all that. I didn't want that to happen. So I got on my knees and I said, Lord, help me. I prayed. I actually said a real prayer where, all right, I'm going to be open to whatever you send my way, Lord. And, just please don't let it be Mary Kay. Just kidding. I would have done it, man. Like if a Mary Kay gal knocked on my door, man, we'd be talking about Mary Kay. I'd be driving a pink Cadillac and we'd be talking about like facial products right now. But thank the Lord he didn't. He sent me Andy Albright, one of my best friends and mentors. And he called me up and said, hey, man, I think we got a way to make money. I said, what is it? He said, life insurance. I said, cool. Can people make a lot of money in there? He goes, yeah. I said, do I got to quit my job? He goes, no, you can do it part-time. I said, amen, hallelujah. I go, what do I do next? He said, get a life insurance license. Cool. Then he asked me one of the key questions, anybody else like you that is looking to make money? I said, how about all my broke friends? So I brought some of my broke friends with me too. And we all got in the business in 1999, started selling in 2000. After 8 weeks of doing this, I was cash flowing about $2,500 a week, and then flushed my job a month later, end of March 2000, and just been doing this ever since, man. It's just been one of the best things I've ever done, in my work career, and just actually for my family. and it's enhanced my spiritual life. I mean, just so many things that came out of it. So I'm a big fan of the business, and now that we're all part of the integrity marketing family, you can't find a more solid platform that we're on as far as being backed by a company with the deepest pockets you can imagine. So, you know, we're all really in good shape from a financial perspective, and really it's just going out there and finding people and helping people. So as far as the income expectations, you should probably in the first 30 days, 30 to 60 days, you should be at a point where you're making $1,000 a week easily. You know, the first 30 days at least. You know, maybe the next 30 days, like 30 to 60 days, you should be at the point where you might be at $1,500 to $2,000 a week. So maybe the 60-day point, you ought to be at 6 figures, really. And then from there, once you know how to get to 6 figures, then it's just doing more. So if you want to do more, you can make $200,000. If you want to do more, you can make $400,000. There's nothing stopping you from making the sales part of this business whatever you want it to be for you and your families. And what's the beautiful thing is, we are going to teach you every step of the way. You can rely on us. Let our hindsight be your foresight on how to do this business properly and make a lot of money. So here's kind of an example of a part-timer. We got Juan here making some sales. Let's say he does 2 live sales a week. You know, if he submits 2 live sales a week, this is the kind of money he's going to be making, right? He'll make about $34,000 a year. This is really part-time. Let's say Juan only has Saturday mornings to make sales. Well, he can do that, make 34 grand a year, plus he's going to get renewal income that he's going to put in place. The future value of the renewal income will be another 12 grand paid over the course of like the next 20 years. I mean, it could be paid over the course of the next 60 years if he covers a 25-year-old, but you know, this is just making it more realistic, okay? So this is an example of a part-timer. Okay, so let's say you decide to go full-time and then you do 8 sales a week, and you'll be making $137,000 first-year income, renewal income, $48,000. And then this is an example of someone who hits it, you know, maybe they're working 40 hours, 40 to 60 hours, well, not really 60, 40, 50 hours a week, making 20 sales a week of submitted premium. Now you're looking at $343,000 first year income, and then $121,000 of renewals that you're putting in place. So the sales opportunity is a real strong one, and it can fit whatever your goals are. So, you know, look, if your goal is $1,000 a week, we can help you do that. But, you know, if you got more ambition, maybe want to make $7,000 a week, we can help you do that too. So really, to sum up our opportunity as far as the sales side goes, we do in-home sales, we do telesales. So either way, you know, in-home sales is a little bit stronger closing ratio, a lot more good juju that can happen. You have to be more skilled to do telesales, way more skilled to do telesales, but we have agents that kick butt selling over the phone too. So, you know, we don't discriminate. However you want to do it is how you do it. You just have to learn how to do it properly. And that's what we're going to teach you. We've got qualified leads, so there's no cold calling. So that's really sums up our sales opportunity. Now look, one thing that we realize is that this thing can be a stepping stone. We'd love for you to stay with us. And a certain percentage of you just maybe looks at this as an opportunity to just pay some college debt off, and then you'll be done. Maybe you just want to make you know, enough money to remodel the bathroom, and then you're done with us. That's okay, man. I hope what we'll be able to do for you is help teach you, give you great experience, give you sales and marketing, enhance your sales and marketing background, help you earn some money. And then if you want to, you know, move on to something else, God bless you, man. We'll be happy to enhance your skill set so you can become valuable in another capacity somewhere down the line. That's cool. There's going to be those of you, though, that want to really plant your flag and create a career. And you have an opportunity to create a career with us. You can start out as a part-time agent making 50 grand a year, then transition to full-time, you know, making 350,000 a year. And then if you don't want to be in the field forever, you can start building your agency along the way and become an agent manager, where you start earning override income on a sales team, and then you can start decreasing your sales your personal sales every month as your team starts growing and replacing your sales income with override income. And then when you want to get into the 7-figure range, potential, you can become a hierarchy manager and you can manage other leaders and agencies, people that are building agencies. And then there's the future opportunity to have ownership into the company and being a partner with integrity marketing, where your business is going to be absorbed by integrity marketing. You're going to have stock, cash, a salary. You're going to be bought out, and it's pretty cool. So you have an opportunity to do that too. So there is a long-term opportunity to plant your flag here, to create retirement income that you will not believe. So when you're looking at our business from an agency building standpoint, you got to look at us in conjunction with all the other options out there, all the other 3-letter and 5-letter IMOs that are supposedly trying to build the business. So where does our business line up against those other ones? And so I think we offer some very unique opportunities that are different from all those other 3-letter and 5-letter IMOs. First of all, you can override your agents in other states without needing to be having a non-resident license in that state, which is really cool. I don't care if you don't got a license in Alaska, but you got an Alaskan agent writing business, you're going to make an override on them. So you don't have to have a non-resident license, which ends up saving you quite a bit of money. You can also override your agents with carriers that you're not personally contracted with. Okay, so we've got 21 carriers, 11 are life and annuity carriers, 11 health carriers. You can get hire agents all over the country, and they get on with other carriers that you're not contracted with. You still will make an override on them, which is really cool. Like, for example, if you come in from another IMO and you currently can't write Mutual of Omaha until 6 months is over, you start hiring agents, they write Mutual of Omaha, you're going to get all your overrides on all their Mutual of Omaha business, even though you can't get contracted with Mutual of Omaha until that 6 months is up. Is that cool or what? Okay, no other IMO can do that. Okay, and that's what I explained right here. Geez, I anticipated my next bullet. Chargebacks, this is really important. You know how agents can, write business and then they get a chargeback with one carrier. They stop writing that carrier because they know if any of their business they write, it's going to be to pay off that chargeback. And so an agent will stop writing that company, they'll go to another company, start writing that company until they get a chargeback, and then they stop writing that company. And you can see like now, because they might be a really bad agent, and hopefully our manager is managing them. But then that agent then leaves us, and then they leave all those chargebacks that roll up to their upline, right? Not cool, but the upline has to absorb all those chargebacks. Well, here's how our business works. If that agent writes with Mutual of Omaha, for example, and gets a chargeback, all the commissions that agent earns from all the carriers are going to go to pay that chargeback off first, and then the agent will receive all their money. And we get paid on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So you can see how we can wipe out debt quickly, and then chargebacks never roll up to the upline. Is that cool? So you're protected from chargebacks. I love that part. and agents will wipe out their chargebacks pretty quick because all their commissions will knock that out from all the companies. So I think that's a cool thing. You can earn overrides on your agent's renewals too. All the other IMOs out there only let you earn overrides on the first year income. We let you override also the renewal income, which is really cool. And I'm going to talk about this concept of vertical and horizontal compensation. Promotions are immediate. Okay, so let's say you go from a 95 to 100% contract, and let's say you have 10,000 in pending that's still yet to be issued. The only problem is that 10,000 you wrote at a 95%, and typically you won't get paid on that business except for the 95% you wrote it. Well, our business is different. If you get promoted, or when you get promoted from 95 to 100, all your business in pending will be issued and paid at the new contract level. So you could have all that pending business cooking in there, waiting to get issued, and you get bumped up, all that business gets paid out at the higher commission rate. So I think that's kind of cool. We have an enhanced Medicare compensation. I cannot say I cannot say we have the highest Medicare compensation in the country. I'm not supposed to say that. So I'm not going to say that we have the highest Medicare comp in the country because I'm not supposed to say that. So what I can say is we have an enhanced Medicare compensation. Anyway, you read between the lines. We can earn commissions on managed money too. So we have a broker dealer where we can hire securities agents that can be part of that operation. But what's really cool is that if you have a client that comes in with a big annuity and we can't, due to suitability, can't move that entire annuity or that money into an annuity, we have to kind of hold some of that money out. We can take that money and put it into a managed account like a mutual fund. And even though you're not selling it because you're not securities licensed, you can still earn compensation on our securities team to move that money. And you're going to make a little compensation on it without having to be securities licensed because you're not selling that security. It's really cool. It's a legal arrangement and it's awesome. And then when that money sits out there long enough where it's now eligible to be put into an annuity, we put it into annuity and you get paid again on that annuity. So we don't leave any stone unturned with what we can do with the client's money. And then and speaking of that, we have retirement specialists to help you, that can help you with any client that you have that has sophisticated investment needs, and you're going to have an opportunity to participate in that as well. So let's talk about this vertical comp idea versus horizontal compensation. Again, the horizontal compensation is something that we alone allow our agents to do, to include overrides. So vertical comp is what you typically understand overrides to be. You've got your commission rate, let's say you're at 100%, then you got the next agent below you with their team, and you're paid that vertical comp, which is the difference between your commission rate and their commission rate. So you can see agent at 95%, you're gonna make 5% on all that volume that that team does. Only problem is when that agent moves to your contract level to 100%, you lose the vertical compensation and so your overrides go to zero. The only way that you can get the overrides back on that team is if you move, using the promotion guidelines, move up to a 105, as long as that 100 agent doesn't move up along with you, okay? So that's when you can catch back up, but if they keep moving up and you can't catch them, you lose that override forever, okay? Which is not fun. And that's what all those other IMOs, that's their game plan. Well, we have a different way of doing it. We reward you by paying you both vertical compensation and horizontal compensation. So you're going to make the 5%. So you've got 3 legs, you're at 100, they're at 95. So you're making the 5% compensation, the vertical compensation on each of the 3 legs. Let's explain what horizontal compensation is. So every layer of agent, regardless of what leg they're in, that is at the 85% and above, you're going to make, on the first level of agent, you're going to make 8% on that layer of agents that are at the 85% and above. On the next layer below them, you're going to make 5%. The next layer, 4%. The next layer, 2%. The next layer, 2%. The next layer, 1%. The next layer, 1%. So not only do we pay you the 5% vertical comp, we pay you up to 23% of the horizontal compensation to include all their renewals. This is huge, gang, huge. No one else does this except for us. So in the situation where all 3 legs move to the 100 contract, you're still at 100, you might lose the vertical 5%, but you still maintain that 23% down to 7 generations. And this is really cool. So what does this look like in actual compensation? So let me show you the example. This top block here is their promotion systems, those 3-letter, 5-letter IMOs. And this blue section here in the top left shows that you're at 100%. You've got a leg that's doing 150,000 at the 95, so you're making 5% override, the horizontal comp, so you're making 7,500 a month on that leg. Well, as soon as that leg hits your commission rate at 100, that goes to 0. So you lost nearly $100,000 of income because that leg got promoted, right? This is not a legal pyramid. They can move up as fast as they want to, okay? Our program, the second block down here, not only are you going to still make that 5% override on that 150,000 organization. So you're still going to make the 7,500, but in typical organizations of this size, the layers are going to, you're going to see the layers looking like this. It's usually half the volume is in the first layer, then half of that volume is in the second. It goes down, down to 7 generations. So you're actually going to make on horizontal comp an extra 89.53.13 a month. So your total override in both vertical and horizontal comp is 16,453. Okay, versus 7,500, like in their system. And then when that leg hits the 100 contract, you lose that vertical comp, but you still maintain that 89.53. That still stays intact. And remember, it's also on all the renewals, where those other IMOs, you make nothing on the renewals. So that's pretty cool. So let's look at it from another perspective. Let's say that 150 is spread over 7 legs in width, right? And this is, again, typically what it looks like when your volume is measured in width. You're going to have like half your volume in one leg, and then half of that will be in the second leg, and so on. So in the top their system, you're making 15,000 in overrides. And then when you get promoted, when that first leg gets promoted, you can see down here, you lose that override on that leg. So now you go from 15,000 to 11,250. Well, in this scenario with us, you're not going to make 15,000. You're going to be making 27,000 on the first scenario, because you're going to get all that horizontal comp on each one of those legs, the 8%, in addition to the override. And then when that leg matches, that first leg hits 100, matches your commission rate level, you don't lose but that 3750. And so your income goes from 27,000 to 23,250. Not a bad deal. So that's how it works going the other way, okay? So let's talk about hierarchy building and the next level of creating compensation and really working your way out of a job, okay? So let's just take Juan here, and let's take this from a part-timer's perspective. Everyone that comes in they do 2 sales a week. Okay, so Juan brings in Smiley Girl, who hits the 85%. She does 2 sales a week. Stella, she gets her groove on. We got Zeus, the Greek god, brings on Mario, brings on Urkel, and brings on Martha. They're all at 85%. They're all doing 2 sales a week, right? So Juan here in the middle, he's also at 85%. He earns the status of a key leader, okay? So let's talk about what that income looks like at 2 sales a week. Okay, he's going to make his own 85% commission on his business at 2 sales a week. And I think, we just showed that earlier on a part-time basis was like 34,000 a year, right? And then 12,000 in renewals. But his overrides, he's not going to make any overrides because he's at the same commission rate as his team, but he's going to make 8% of the glow bonus, the horizontal compensation. So let's show you what that looks like. So his own personal production, he's going to make 34,272 per year, 2 sales a week. Everyone's like mega part-time. His overrides is 0, but his glow bonus, his horizontal comp is 19,000. So his total compensation first year is 53,626. And then his renewals, his personal renewals is 12,240. Override is 0, but his override on the horizontal comp on the renewals is another 6912 a year. So his total renewals he's going to earn, the value of that compensation is 19,000. So let's take it another level. Let's say everyone brings on 4 people themselves because they like what Juan's doing. They want to do what he's doing as far as his income. So everyone brings on 4 people. Remember, everyone does 2 sales a week. Okay, so they're still at 85%. Now Juan, because of this group size, based on our promotion guidelines, he's going to move up to 90%. So now he's going to make a 5% override on his team in each leg. So he's got that 5% vertical compensation. But now he's going to add 8% on the first layer. That's the glow bonus. And then 5% on the second layer of 85%ers and above. So now his personal production income goes up by 5% because he's writing at a 90. 36,000 a year, but his overrides now on each one of those 6 legs total to 60,480. And then his glow bonus, his horizontal comp on those 2 layers of 85ers and above is another 67,737. So now he's making 164,506 first year comp, and then the value of all the renewals and overrides and glow bonus and all the renewals is another 58,752 over the next 20 years. That's rocking, man. So let's just take it one more level. Let's say everyone does 2 sales a week. They bring on 2 more people at the bottom level. Everyone does that. Now what happens? One moves up to the 110% commission rate level at the EVP level. Now he makes a 20% override on all 6 legs. He makes 8% glow on the first layer, 5% glow on the second, and 4% glow on the third layer. So now this is what his income looks like. His personal production income, his override income, his glow bonus. Now he's going to make $818,496 per year. And then the renewals and all that mess, he's putting in another $292,000 over the next 20 years. Can you imagine? I mean, the total comp here, when you add it all together, is over $1 million in total compensation just by everyone doing 2 sales a week, right? It's pretty cool. So this is a great illustration now. But Alex, what if someone does 20 sales a week? Oh, bummer. It just means you're going to make more money, right? So anyway, so let's finish it out with this. Okay, man, I'm cooking. I want to kind of highlight some things that we believe in that I think characterize agents in our company. And these are some scripture verses in the Bible that's pretty old, but it really typifies who we are. We are servants, okay? The greatest among you will be your servant. And that's what we look at. I look at that. I am your servant. I'm going to help you. I'm going to serve you. Okay, you don't work for me. I work for you to help you reach your financial goals, right? Given it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it'll be measured to you. So you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. Let us not weary in well-doing, for at the proper time we will yield a harvest if you do not give up. People that are successful with me are people that persevere through the learning curve, learning how to do the business right, learning through making mistakes, learning through getting doors slammed in your face, people yelling at you on the phone, knowing that the prize is that couple with kids that need your help. And you end up serving them and serving them long-term with products that they're going to need. Teacher, which is the greatest commandment of all? Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and all your strength. And that's what we believe, man. It is our mission to serve God above. And finally, at the end of my life, I want to hear my Lord tell me, well done, good and faithful servant. So that's kind of what makes us run. Hopefully that is something that you guys can, maybe identify with those concepts of how you want to be in your life and how you want to affect other people's lives and ultimately achieving fulfillment and, heck, man, serving the Lord. Anyway, thanks everybody. Appreciate your time. If this makes sense to you, get with the person that invited you and let them know that you're interested, or let them know that, hey, not for me. Thank you for inviting me, but not for me. That's cool too. We just hope that maybe you learn something about our business and who we are and who I am, and that maybe whatever you find and wherever you land up, you're going to be successful in. And if it's with us, man, let's rock. Tell the person that invited you, hey man, I'm ready to roll. Let's do this thing. So we will get you started and get you rolling, gang. So God bless. Take care. Have a great night. Man, know that God loves you. Take care.